exists in Germany. There is more than 150 different types of sausage are made. They are commonly eaten as a street food. A long tradition of sausage making exists in Germany. There are more than 1,500 different types of sausage are made. They are commonly eaten as a street food. But we would like to recommend two sausages which are most popular in Germany. First type of sausage we would like to recommend is Bratwurst, or a grilled sausage, one of the most popular street foods in Germany. These are a type of fresh sausage made with pork and veal, and seasoned with ginger, nutmeg, coriander, or caraway. It is served grilled with a slightly crispy skin and topped up with mustard and ketchup. The second one we would like to recommend is Wurst. It's a Weisswurst or a white sausage, and the white sauce is actually made of veal. And if you rarely get the traditional one, they can not serve in the afternoon during the day because the casing goes bad, but now they have new casing so you can eat it pretty much anytime and anywhere. And it will come in a bowl of hot water, so you take it out, cut it up, and you eat it with the sweet mustard. But some people eat it with the soft pretzels as well. Next one, moving to the German beer. The beer drinking traditional in Germany goes back centuries and is continued to be an important part of their life. Of all the regions in Germany, Bavaria is the most well-known of the variety of beer due to the various kind of hop grown in this verdant region. Bavarian beer includes the cloudy beer called Hefeweizen or a wheat beer. Also, Germany beer is drunk at various times of day, generally with meals or alongside the most popular beer nimble, slightly salted pretzels.
If you have been to Oktoberfest, which is celebrated all over the world, you are familiar with lederhosen and dirndls. Lederhosen, which means leather trousers in German, are the short leather pants worn by men. These pants were worn with shirts and sweaters made of coarse linen or wool. Other clothes teamed with the pants were wool stockings and country shoes. Jackets and hats vary according to region and occasion. The dirndl is a ruffled apron dress worn by German women that consists of a bodice and a skirt. In the 19th century, the dirndl was the standard uniform of servant girls, but today it's mostly worn in Bavaria and Austria, and like lederhosen, usually for celebration. Each of these garments is a type of uniform, which historically was used to help identify people as members of a certain status. It's not uncommon to see young women wearing one on the weekend, to a wedding or to a family birthday party. Modern material and patterns, and a whole slew of new young dirndl designers are breathing new life into garments yet again. In many regions, especially southern Germany, Bavaria, and Austria, it's still acceptable to wear these on official occasions like weddings or festivals. Contemporary fashion adapts to traditional elements.
Festivals in Germany are known to be among the loudest and largest in the world, with millions banding together to celebrate the country's culture, food, and beer. During annual holidays such as Christmas and New Year's Eve, the city comes alive with vibrant markets, street parades, and beautiful costumes all day long. Oktoberfest in Munich, the world's largest beer festival. September to early October, Germany's most iconic work fest. Oktoberfest attracts millions of people to the city to enjoy Bavarian beer and food, live bands, and parades. This 3-week-long festivity kicks off with a vibrant parade of carriages, floats, and people in traditional costumes. Before congregating at the recent fairground, you can find hundreds of large tents with gallons of beer, with traditional Bavarian music blaring off massive speakers throughout the day.
For German etiquette, don't be early, don't be late. Don't be more than a few minutes early, and definitely don't be more than a few minutes late. There is a similar lack of understanding for lateness in the German business world, and even if you're just going to meet with a friend for a social occasion, if it's unavoidable reason, you should call and let the host know what is happening and what time are you going to be there. Also, arriving early can be awkward. The second one, dress the part. For whatever activity you're doing, there is likely some appropriate piece of clothing. What you should or shouldn't wear them. For example, white socks and white tennis shoes. Germans basically never do. The fourth one, get some house shoes. Many houses and families in Germany have house shoes. Many Germans expect their visitors to take off their shoes before going in, and some of them even have house shoes for their guests. The fifth, don't mention the war. It is generally a topic that Germans will bring up in normal conversation, but they also don't necessarily try to avoid it. Drink if you want to. Most meals will have beer, wine, or both. And you may also be offered cocktails before and after eating. That may sound like a lot of booze. And if you say ja to every offer, it may well be. For drinking etiquette, in German people usually make eye contact to each other when clinking glasses. And also the drinking age for beer and wine is very low at nearly 16, and it is acceptable to drink outside. The last one, don't go out in public with wet hair. Most people agree that leaving the house with wet hair isn't so comfortable, especially attending business with wet hair surely isn't professional, but Germans take this matter to another level, to not leaving the house with wet hair at all, including gym after shower, swimming pools, so be sure to pack your hair dryer.
Dining etiquette for beginning to eat. Do not begin eating until the host has said, "Guten Appetit!" Dining etiquette for utensils. The knife remains in the right hand and the fork remains in the left. When the meal is finished, the knife and fork are laid parallel to each other across the right side of the plate. The tips pointing to the 10 o'clock position. The knife should be above the fork, with the blade side pointing in toward the plate. Dining etiquette for cutting food. In Germany, knives are used only when absolutely necessary. Therefore, do not cut anything with a knife that can be cut easily with the side of the fork. This means generally potatoes, usually served in a slice of roti style. Never cut the lettuce inside. Fold it with your knife and fork so that it can be picked up with your fork. Dining etiquette for seating. The most honored position is either at the head of the table or in the center, with the most important guys sit first to the left and then to the right of the head of the table. If there is hosting couple, one partner will be seated at each end of the table. Dining etiquette for restaurant. In informal restaurant, you may be required to share a table. If so, do not force conversation. Rather act as if you are seated at a private table. Wait staff may be summoned by making eye contact. Waving or calling their name is very impolite.
Learning style. Learning style in Germany is unique because they identify and compare the preferred learning style characteristic of German teenage, analyze the similarity and difference by age gender, and academic achievement within among group of students in different educational settings. Every person had his or her own individual way to learn and to solve problems in day-to-day situation. These personal cognitive strategies acquired in a long socialization process are called learning styles and may differ depending on gender, age, or culture. And next thing is teaching method at university in Germany. Class take the form of lecture, seminar, practical exercise, work placement, and study trip. The main function of lecture is to impart general and basic knowledge about the various fields of study. The seminar afford an opportunity to deal in depth with the more narrowly defined topic. Practical exercise and practical meanwhile provide the opportunity to develop and teaching method in Germany. First is our teaching philosophy and active participation, and you need to dare to contribute and use your knowledge. At last, you will successful learning experience. Thank you.
Hey guys, don't mess up the room.
In Germany, they like to keep everything clean, both public and private. There are two words in Germany for cleanliness.
First is Putzfimmel. Follow me, Putzfimmel.
Putzfimmel is mean clean freak or obsession with cleaning.
Second word is Kewoche. Say it again, Kewoche.
For Kewoche, it means sweeping week. This is cleaning weeks for residents of communal apartment blocks in Germany. Originated in Swabia in 1492. To ensure that the city stay clean and everyone should remove their dirt from their own street corner every 14 days. Now, let's watch the video about the machine to clean dirty walls. After watching the video, you can see that they have a car, kind of like truck car, with a blade to cut the glass on the ground. Even in countryside, they still want to keep the public place to be clean. Also, Germany has been king of the recycle for so many years. 67% of trash in the country was taken to be recycled trash, and that's why Germany is king of recycle. Nowadays, many countries want to do like Germany to handling with management with the trash.
Many of German other major cities have found history as the independent city-state or as the capital of kingdom in their own right. But the tourist attractions in Germany are by no means limited to the cities, and many other great attractions can be found in every part of the country. And here is a top 5 the most visited tourism attractions in Germany. 1. Neuschwanstein, the ultimate fairy tale castle. Neuschwanstein is situated on the rugged hill near Füssen in the southwest Bavaria. It was the inspiration of the Sleeping Beauty castle in the Disneyland park. The castle was commissioned by King Ludwig II of Bavaria, who was declared insane when the castle was almost complete in 1886 and found dead a few years later. Neuschwanstein is the most photographed building in the country and one of the most popular tourist attractions in Germany. 2. The Brandenburg Gate in Berlin. The Brandenburg Gate is the only surviving city gate of Berlin and symbolizes the reunification of East and West Berlin. Built in the 18th century, the Brandenburg Gate is the entry of Unter den Linden, the prominent boulevard of linden tree which one led directly to the palace of the Persian monarch. Three, the Heidelberg Old City. During World War II, the city was almost completely spared by Allies bombing which destroyed the most of Germany's larger inner cities. As a result, Heidelberg has retained to the Baroque charm of the narrow street. Four, the Holsten Tor in Lübeck. The Holsten Tor is the one of the two remaining city gates of the city of Lübeck. Built in 1464, the gate now serves as a museum. Because of its two captivating round tower and arch entrance, it is regarded as a symbol of Lübeck. Five, the Cologne Cathedral. Cologne Cathedral has been Cologne's the most famous landmark for a century. Construction of the Cologne Cathedral began in 1248 and took, with the interruption, more than 600 years to complete. It is dedicated to the Saints Peter and Mary and is the seat for the Catholic Archbishop of Cologne.
Danke. ทันแล้วใช่ปะ